Martin would like to say a few words.
Thank you very much. You give somebody a microphone and a megaphone loudspeaker in the crowd and it makes you want to shout. But actually today I don't want to shout, I want to cry, particularly after hearing the testimonies from Gaza and seeing the scenes that we're seeing. What human could watch the scenes that we see every day on television without crying? What do the Palestinians want? Yes, a ceasefire now, but not just a ceasefire. They want peace, permanent peace. And what do the Israelis want? They also want peace, permanent peace. So today is the day we remember the end of the First World War and the loss of people in war. The war to end all wars, which didn't. I am proud to be wearing the white poppy produced by the Women's Co-operative Guild just over 100 years ago in memory of peace. What better day to demand a ceasefire? And we don't get peace by war. Peace doesn't come by bombing innocent civilians, hospitals, or by starving 2 million people of food, water, electricity and fuel. Violence breeds violence. What does a child think when their parents, brothers or sisters are killed by Israeli bombs? Does that child think, I must now live a peaceful life and do what the Israelis tell me? Or does that child think, I want revenge? Every father, every mother killed is a recruiting sergeant for more violence and for Hamas. A child soldier against Israel. Israel may destroy the Hamas leadership, they may destroy the tunnels and the weapons, but there will always be enough enemies on Israel's borders to ensure that that child is eventually armed. Look at Afghanistan, look at Ireland. You can kill people, but you cannot kill the ideas that they stand for. I don't know what Hamas was thinking when they planned their terrorist outrage, which we must condemn. But if they thought that their act would liberate Palestine, that was wrong. But they thought, I think, possibly to enrage the Israeli beast, to demonstrate to the world the violence that is at the heart of the Netanyahu extreme right-wing government. And they've sure succeeded in that. They've created the biggest backlash against Israel that I have seen in my lifetime. Protests like this every week in cities across the world, and this protest here is bigger than last week, which was bigger than the week before. So how do we get peace? We get peace through justice. There is no peace without justice. A ceasefire now is just the first step. There are groups in Israel, growing in number, who are trying to bring together groups of Israeli Arabs and Israeli Jews to understand each other, and that dialogue has to be encouraged. Each side has to understand what constitutes justice for the other. That is the only way to secure an everlasting peace, but we are a long, long way from that at the moment. And right now, we have to shout. We have to shout justice for Palestine. Westminster is complicit in murder.
Hear, hear.
Hear, hear. Absolutely.
The campaign against the arms trade estimates that in the last 10 years, the UK has exported at least £486 million worth of armaments to Israel. That's aircraft, helicopters, drones, grenades, bombs, missiles and weapon systems. Westminster enables the killing of Palestinian children. In 2014, David Cameron ordered a review of export licenses, and since then, arms exports to Israel have increased fivefold. Support for arms manufacture costs us, the UK taxpayer, at least £100 million a year, according to the campaign against the arms trade. We must shout for a boycott and divestment of all funds and a boycott of Israeli goods. The boycott works. And how do I know that it works? I know that it works because the Westminster government is trying to ban it. It's talking about bringing in legislation to ban it. They wouldn't do that if it was a waste of time. I'm delighted to say the Highland Council Pension Fund has, as far as we can tell, finally divested itself this year from funds invested in munitions and armaments. Not thanks to me, but thanks to the work done by Derek and the Palestinian Solidarity Campaign. Scottish Greens today have called on the Scottish Government to ban the 97 companies that the United Nations have listed as linked to Israelis' illegal settlements in Palestine from getting any public cash. This is something we also have to take forward. We must shout, we must raise our voice to be heard in London. Cease fire now! Cease fire now! Cease fire now! Thanks.
Thank you so much, Chris.